Hey viewers, welcome to my channel Movie. Today, which movie we reveal that is Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. So without wasting time, let's start the movie. At the beginning of the film, a young boy named Miles is shown and he is a fan of Spider-Man. His father despises Spider-Man. This was the reason Miles didn't tell his father the truth. In his spare time, Miles would sit with his uncle Aaron. Miles' life was consumed by his studies. He is a hostel resident. He used to come over on weekend. It was now the weekend's end and he had to go to school. Miles is taken to a subway station by Uncle Aaron. It was deserted. Uncle Aaron asks Miles to paint the wall because he enjoys spray painting. He begins painting with a spray can because he is excited. He creates stunning graffitis. Meanwhile, a radioactive spider is shown. It bites Miles. Miles changes from a day to day as his height increased and he was sweating. The things which he touched become sticky. Miles were not understanding the change in him. He was confused about his happening to him. He can walk on the walls and even when he studies everything sticks with him. He thinks to see what was in the subway station. He sees and realizes that it is a radioactive spider because it was emitting the electricity. Miles sees the Spider-Man who was fighting with someone. He also notices a huge collider. It can also send the people of Earth in another direction. It denotes that the machine was not a high quality. The villain is shown Kingpin and was fighting with Spider-Man. He might want to contact someone from another dimension, but Spider-Man knows that the collider can destroy the world. Miles was seeing Spider-Man secretly. On other side, the Kingpin activates the collider. The monster was fighting with Spider-Man. When the collider activates, emerges the waves that the monster dies. Peter Parker comes injured badly. Miles goes to Peter Parker and he gives Miles a USB. He has to stop or shut down the collider at any cost. If it will be activated again, the planet Earth will be destroyed. When Miles leaves, Kingpin again comes to see if Spider-Man is alive. When he discovers he isn't dead yet, he ends him for always. On the other side, seeing this, Miles runs toward his house. Prowler also chases him. When Miles reaches his home, his parents get shocked because he has reached home before the weekend. He asks his parents, "Can I stay at night there?" On the other side, it was covered by the news the Spider-Man who saved our city died. The next day, Miles purchases a Spider-Man costume. He goes to the conference where Peter Parker's wife presenting a tribute. There were many people in Spider-Man costumes. Now Miles has understood now it's his job to save the city. He has to replace Spider-Man and Miles uses to do things that Spider-Man did. Spider-Man means Peter Parker. Being annoyed, he goes to Peter Parker's grave. He notices a man laying looking like Peter Parker and understand he come from another dimension. It means when the collider activates, the Peter Parker died. The Spider-Man of other dimension has arrived here. This Spider-Man was a man of 35 to 40 years. He was fat and old. His name was Peter B. Parker. He come here in this dimension from his dimension when the collider turned on. It means in Miles' dimension. Miles takes him from there and they reach a place from the traffic hardly. The new Spider-Man makes himself free there. Miles tells him when he was performing the different stunts, the USB breaks. Now he doesn't know how to shut down the collider. They also decide they have to shut down the collider at any cost. Maybe some other people also have arrived from another dimensions. They decide to make the USB again, and for this they have to visit Kingpin's office. Miles doesn't know how to control his power. That's why Peter B. Parker asks him, "We will go inside the office and you will stay here." Now he goes inside the office and Miles was waiting outside. He thinks he will not see Peter Parker while dying. while thinking this, he also goes into the office. When Miles goes into the office, Dr. Olivia Octavius, it is also shown Miles has been beaten by a special and powerful spider. That's why Miles also has the superpower to be invisible. Miles makes himself invisible as Dr. Octavia arrives. He tries to hack the computer. He does not hack the computer, so he leaves while taking the CPU. Seeing Spider-Man, Octavia understands the Spider-Man of this dimension died. He may come from the another dimension. She tries something on his cells and realizes his cells are ending soon in his body. He will also end it if he will stay in this dimension. Now Dr. Olivia discovered her CPU is missing. Miles has taken it. Later, she comes in her real getup that was Dr. Octavius. She starts to forming them. They come out of the building. Even then Dr. Octavius was behind them. Another Spider-Man is shown. She was a female spider. She was Miles' class fellow in his dimension. She was a female spider in another dimension. A male Spider-Man was her partner. Kingpin's story was also revealed here. He was about to end the Spider-Man one day. Meanwhile, his wife and his baby arrive there. Seeing his reality, his wife and baby leave on the way. They get into an incident. They were ended in it. That's why Kingpin made this collider. So he will bring his wife and baby back from another dimension. Miles, Gwen and Peter B. Parker go to Spider-Man's house. They meet Peter Parker's aunt. She understands while seeing Peter B. Parker is not his Spider-Man. Later, she takes them to secret room of Spider-Man. They meet their other version of Spider-Man. They were Penny Parker, Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Man Ham. They says we will deactivate the collider. Miles says, okay, I will also go with you. You will go to your dimension and after it, I will deactivate it. Miles gets hurt what they said. He can't even share this with his parents. That's why he calls Uncle Aaron. Uncle Aaron asks him to meet him and when he goes to meet him, he feels someone's presence. He notices Prowler was none other than Uncle Aaron. Miles gets surprised and runs from there. Uncle Aaron didn't know that who is he. He only knows that someone dressed as Spider-Man has arrived at his house. He doesn't know that he is Miles. Prowler chases Miles. Miles goes to the Spider-Man's house. Everyone was waiting for him. He tells everyone that his Uncle Aaron is Prowler. When the door opens, there was the whole army of Kingpin. It means Goblin, Prowler and Scorpion. And the other also. Here they fight. Kingpin wants to end all the spiders. Prowler was behind Miles. Spider-Man told him he remove his mask and Uncle Aaron becomes shocked that he is Miles now. He can't end him. When Kingpin sees Prowler is not ending him, he ends Prowler. Here Uncle Aaron dies. Miles' father also arrives. He was a police officer. Seeing Aaron dead, he also blames Aaron for this. Miles goes to the home where all Spider-Men were waiting for him. They again tell Miles, you can't go with us. They tell Miles only Peter B. Parker can shut down his dimensions collider because he can't do this. They leave while looking Miles there, so he will not come there. Miles was depressed. He can't help him. His father also worried about Miles because the circumstances of the city were damaged. He was upset for Miles. Miles was sitting there being locked and discovered his other powers. It was bioelectric venom power. He frees himself with that the power and then goes to the Spider-Man aunt's house. He leaves from there while taking the USB. On the other side, it was shown Kingpin has organized a huge party as a tribute of Spider-Man. Everyone was in Spider-Man costumes. That's why the Spider-Man of other dimensions didn't face any problem going inside. They reached the place where the super collider was. Miles was also there. Now he has learned to control his power after so many incidents. Dr. Olivia also reached there when they reached near collider. With the other companions of Kingpin, all the Spider-Men and start fighting. The colliders activate and the Spider-Men have to move in their dimensions. They move from here. Pen Parker, Spider, Noir, Spider-Ham, everyone leave. only Miles was left here because Peter B. Parker has also found his dimension. Now Miles starts fighting with Kingpin. Kingpin was searching for his family. When he doesn't find his family, he throws everything at Miles. Miles was nothing in front of Kingpin, but Miles doesn't lose his courage here. He keeps on fighting even in severe pain. In the end, he attacks Kingpin with his venom power. Kingpin was defeated. Here, Miles successfully shuts the colliders down. Miles' father was also seeing Miles. He understands that Spider-Man saved everyone, but he doesn't know that he's Miles because Miles has the costume and think maybe his father will be worried. He should call him for once. While wearing the mask, he walks up to his father and bids him farewell. With it, Miles was the new Spider-Man of the city. The other Spider-Man reach their dimensions. With it, this comic story ends. If you like this movie, please subscribe my channel, like it and get the bell notification so that you will the first to see our videos. Stay with us. Thanks for watching.